So, let's start with the discussion. So, ang atong discussion today would be on the annuity series. So, first and foremost, what is annuity? Annuity is a series of payments made at equal intervals. Examples of annuity are regular deposits to a savings account, monthly home mortgage payments, and monthly insurance payments. So, kung magbayad gani ka og regularly every month or every year of the same amount, that is what you call as a regular annuity payment. So, it it will give you a fixed sum of money paid to someone each year, and most likely for the rest of their life. For example, ang SSS, Pag-ibig, and PhilHealth. So, it is a form of insurance or investment entitling the investor to a series of annual sums. So, there are 5 different types of annuity. Number 1 is an ordinary annuity. Number 2 is the deferred annuity. Number 3 is annuity due. Number 4 is perpetuity. And number 5 is capitalized cost. So, kana siya, lahi na siya. So, first, let's try to define what is an ordinary annuity. So, annuity in any form is always the same, pero ang difference nila is kanusa nagsugod imong payment. So, for an ordinary annuity, the first payment always occurs at the end of the first year. So, kung kuhaon nimo ang present value, the present value that you will be getting using the formula for an ordinary annuity is the value at this point or the present. And then, the value of your future amount is at this point, son. So, be mindful nga ang imong ordinary annuity, after one period mag-start imuhang payment. Number 2. So, by formula, ato lang ng, as you can see, this is the flow of the equation. So, multiplying everything and summing it up, or trying to simplify the equation, it will give you a one common formula for annuity, which is this one. So, they will tell you that the future amount of an annuity is equal to an annuity payment multiplied by 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1 over I, or interest rate. So, ato na siya i-further classified. So, the bracketed term which is in red, as you can see, that is what you call the equal payment series compound amount factor. So, ang pasabutan na niya, that is your uniform series nga mao na imong basis in order to get the value of the annuity in uniform payment. So, its factor notation would be F over A, comma I, comma N. So, kung kabantay mo sa atong factor notation sa first, F o P raman to siya. For this one, you have an F over A, comma I, comma N. So, and then the interest factor has been also calculated for various combinations. So, compared to compound interest, na naman to siya mura og actual nga summary of all the interest with the number of years and number of terms nga automatic makuha na nimo ang value. Nanay summary ana. So the sinking fund factor is basically finding your annuity amount given the future amount, the interest rate, and the number of terms. So, the term within the bracket is called the equal payment series sinking fund factor. So, kaya nga mang sinking fund factor, kanimang gud imong annuity payment. This is your yearly or per term na payment to finish off the value nga imong giutang. So, maabot ko sabot, mao ni siya imong gisinking fund, murag mao ni imuhang every month nga amortization bang every month magkagamay imong kuan. So, a sinking fund method is an interest-bearing account into which the fixed sum is deposited each interest period. So, makita magod nimo diha nga every interest period. So, every time mo bayad ka, mag-input na siya sa kana imong giutangan, mag-input na siya pila yung imong nabayaran sa imong principal amount, mag-input sa na siya pila imong nabayaran sa interest. So, next is the capital recovery factor, that is finding the annuity payment given the principal amount with the certain interest and number of periods. So, A is equal to P, nga, kuan lang siya. Mao ni siya nga equation. And you can also identify that kani siya nga mga equation, kuan lang ni siya kanang murag imo ra ni siyang gi duwaan ba. Because as you will know that your F is equal to P, 1 plus I to the power of N. And then your F is equal to A, 1 plus I to the power of N minus 1 over I. Ano yung formula sa annuity for a future amount. So, para makuha nimo ang imuhang F, that or imuhang F is equal to P. So, kung makuha nimo imong P, that is F over 1 plus I to the power of N. So, basically, kani imong F, mao ni siya, imo ra na i-divide ang 1 plus I to the power of N, mao na ni imong formula. Kung kwaon nimo ang present amount, mao na siya. Okay? And then, in further finding the annuity, imo ra na ipang transpose, that is your equation. So the portion in the bracket is called the capital recovery factor. It is also referred to as the annuity factor. Nganong capital recovery? Because this, the present value, that is your, what you call your capital. Example number 1 is that suppose you make an annual contribution of 5,000 to your savings account yearly. Account earns an interest rate of 6% annually. How much can be withdrawn at the end of 5 years? So, kana siya na kay 5,000 per year. So, as we all know, ang iyang gipangita is at the end of 5 years, which is the future amount. So, F is equal to A, 1 plus I to the power of N minus 1 over I. F is equal to 5,000, 1 plus 0.06 to the power of 5 minus 1 over 0.06. So the future amount of an annuity series of 5,000 for 5 years is equivalent to 28,185.46. Any question regarding that one? Hello?
None, sir.
So if you have no question, then I'll be proceeding to the next topic. So wait a minute. So next, I'll proceed to read you. So ang difference video is that your first payment always occurs at the beginning of each period. So kung magunahuna lang ka, usay man god if you try to buy something ba wala kay credit card, ang imuhang seller mangita siya paagi nga makapadingil siya sa imong first payment by the time you get the unit. So mura ang down payment pa kay assurance na niya nga na kay capacity to pay sa imuhang gikuha. So the problem for this one is that ang imong gibantayan ani is only this one. Ang ano sa ni occur ang first payment. So for annuity, ang imo ra yung basis is when did first payment occur. So, for an annuity due, at the time you get the item, bayad din ka. So, the formula is F 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1 multiplied by 1 plus I. So, future amount, example, you suppose you have the same problem, but ang first payment ni occur ni siya sa imong year 0. So, how much is withdrawn in 5 years? So, we all know that F is equal to A 1 plus I to the power of n minus 1 divided by I multiplied by 1 plus I. So, F is equal to 5,000 multiplied by 1.06 to the power of 5 minus 1 divided by 0.06 multiplied by 1.06. Any question?
Sir Chop,
Sir,
putol-putol ko sir.
magputol-putol ka, sir.
Wala may ka, ano to sir, catch up.
Akong okay na?
Wala nakita imong gisuwat sir.
Ni-freeze.
Pizza. Oy. I-freeze. Okay na, okay na? Hello?
Okay na lang.
Sige. So meaning ano niya, makuha nimo nga the value for that one is equal to 29,876.59. So, kung mabantayan lang ninyo, basically kani siya is ang imong first payment diri man nasugod no. So basically for a regular annuity payment ang imong nakuha nga value kutob ra diri. And then since napaman siya one period kay 5 years mo imong 1.06. Next, deferred annuity. So kung mingon sad ka og deferred annuity, there is a time off wherein wala ka ni bayad for the first payment, or in other terms, naa kay number of terms nga wala pa ka mo start og bayad, and then the start of your payment ari magsugod sa certain period. So sao na siya. So by formula, this is your formula. They have the present amount is equal to annuity multiplied by 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of negative n, and then your I divided by I, 1 plus I to the power of m. And then for an annuity due, kung mayroon kag annuity due, mausad na siya. Ang difference lang anak nila is kanus-an nimo nagsugod ang payment. So N refers to the number of annuity payments. So pila ka payments siya. And then M refers to the number of deferred payments or deferred periods. Pila ka periods siya wala kong bayad. Say for example, this one, you have the same problem, but you only have 4 payments and deferred ka og 1 year. Okay? I'll try to copy first the equation. 1 minus P is equal to A 1 minus magkakopya. Wait a minute. Okay, minute. Piyahon sa nako. 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of negative n over I. 1 plus I to the power of n. So, ano na? Kopya na to. So, kumingon ka og P is equal to A, 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of negative n divided by I, 1 plus I to the power of m, meaning kung A is 5,000 and then 1 minus 1.06 to the power of negative 4 over 0.06 multiplied by 1.06 to the power of 1. Ang 1 kay number of deferred payments man ka. So P is equal to pila imuhang present amount. That is so the answer for this one or the present amount is 16,344.83. So kung magtanaw ka asa ni ang 16,344.83. So mayon kag present amount diri ni siya at year 0. Ang atong gipangita is how much can be withdrawn at the end of the 5 years. So F is equal to P 1 plus I to the power of n, meaning P is equal to the 16,344, 1.06 to the power of 5. So meaning F, pila ang future amount at the end of 5 years, that is equivalent to 21,873.08. Any question? Hello?
Sir.
Okay, so and then your target lump sum at the end.
Dili na m minus 1 sa denominator, sir.
Ang akong gigamit nga equation is the ordinary annuity
Okay.
equation. So dili ka tong annuity due say kung maingat sa tag annuity due ang akong latest mag-atras kog 1 period. Okay? Okay, next. So, if your target lump sum at the end of 5 years is 29,876.59, pila dapat imong annual contribution? So, ato ikuha na F is equal to P 1 plus I to the power of n, meaning your F is equal to 29,876.59. And then, you have the same formula kani imuhang P, imo ning i-equate ani nga A. Okay. And then, you know already that the I, you know the N, and then ang imong ipangita is A. So, A is equal to P. So, F divided by P. So, since A is equal, ako sa ta. Ako sa equal. Hugaw ito. Eraser. So since F is equal to P, 1 plus I to the power of n. And then your F is equal to 29,876.59. Meaning, since your P, pinat kung sa itong formula sa P is equal to A, 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of n over I, 1 plus I to the power of m. Board.
Di na negative answer.
Negative na. Wait, chillax. Kana kay naminaw gyud na ako negative n. So paano sa nato ang A diri formula. So A is equal to P. No. Unya multiplied by I, 1 plus I to the power of m over 1 minus 1 plus I to the power of negative n. Sakto. So your A is equal to pila man? That is 1.06 to the power of 5. 4 no, 4 or 1. Ang M kay 1 times 0.06, that is 0.036. 1.06 to the exponent of negative 4. 1 minus answer. So, 0.3. So, A is equal to P 0.305. Ako na ning iko ang value ani. So, meaning that your P is equal to F over 1.06 to the power of 5. Save sa ako sa letter C. 1.06 exponent 5, 29,876.59 divided by kuan. So the present amount, is equal to 22,325.53. Substituting that in here, your annuity payment is equal already to 6,829.53. Ang say pasabot ana niya. So if your target lump sum at the end of 5 years is 29,876, your monthly annuity payment starting at the second year should not be 5,000. Instead, it should be 6,829.53. Gets ra or wala? That is transpose, and multiply. I'll proceed. Reason ako So, kung mayon sa tag, our next topic would be, kung mayon sa tag perpetuity, that is what you say as an annuity that continues forever, or in basic terms, that is what you call your pension or your retirement. The difference between a perpetuity and annuity is shown in here. And then, perpetuity is an annuity whose term is infinite or unlimited. The present value of a perpetuity is equivalent to A over I. Simple kayo, chicken. Example, what is the present value of a 2,000 perpetuity discounted back to present at 10% interest rate? So, formula, P is equal to A over I. Present amount is equal to 2,000 divided by 0.10 equals to pila? 2,000 divided by 0.10. $20,000. That is your perpetuity. At imong bantayan kano sa imong perpetuity. For example, ang imong P diri na niya A, nagsugod ka at diri nga year, so 2,000. I-solve mo sa imong perpetuity, kani ang value sa imong P diri ha, 20,000. But if the perpetuity or the annuity starts at year 1, ari na siya diri makuha mong P. So atras kag 1 unit of term. Last topic is capitalized cost. So, ang capitalized cost man gud kanang mga government projects nato. Nana siya yung mga initial investment dayon perpetual ang life ana niya. But because of the perpetuity of its life, naasad kay gitawag nga infinite analysis period. So, naa jud kay gitawag nga infinite analysis period. So, ang pasabot sa dana niya kay though infinite yang analysis, naa sad siya gitawag nga tawagan na siya every number of years nga maintenance of it. Mag-maintain man kasi mga materyales. So, example is determine the capitalist cost of an expenditure at 200,000 at time 0, 25,000 in years 2 through 5, and 40,000 year 6 on. Interest rate is 12%. So, atong drawingon, mao ni mo hangkuan. Naa kadari 200k. So good sa year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So good sa year 2 hangtod sa year 5, magbayad ka ana og 25,000. And then starting at the year 6, na kay 40,000 onwards. Kasabot ra or wala ana nga part? Kasabot? Wala. Apa po?
Sir.
Padungog po muna ako, dilagi mo maningo.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sige. So first, ato kuhaon ang capitalized cost or the present amount sa total kaning gibayaran. But pasabot, that would be 200k. Sakto. Plus the kuhaon na to ang present value sa aning annuity payment na 25,000, no? So, ato sa nation side nga formula. F is equal to A 1 plus I to the power of N minus 1 divided by I. Kuhaon na to ang present, that is A 1 plus I to the power of N minus 1 over I over 1 plus I to the power of N. So, meaning, ako na siyang i-add that is 25. That is 25k 1.12 to the power of 4 minus 1 divided by 0.12 1.12 to the power of 4. So 5 man. So 5 times 1.12 to the power of 1. Kaya ang imong makuha nga value sa present ni Ari Ramandari. So atras pakag 1 kuan. So next. Kani siya perpetuity na ni siya starting at year 6. So in order to get the perpetuity, that is P is equal to A over I man, no? So P is equal to 40k divided by 0.12. Pero ang imong P nga makuha nga value ari sa year 5 at 1 point dira. So meaning kung kuhaon pa gyud nimo iyang present value at year 0, that is 40k divided by 1.12 unya 1 over 1.12 to the power of 5. Find your answer, everyone.
1.12 dyan na siya, sir.
0.12 rin eh. Wait, erase. Okay. Sakto ra akong formula. 40,000 divided by 0.12 divided by 1.12 to the exponent 5. So, kana imong 40,000 nga annuity, that is equivalent to 189k. 189k. So, ang kanina sad nga value atong kwaon. So, 25, kanang 1.12 to the exponent 4 minus 1 divided by 0.12 divided by 1.12 exponent 5 times 25,000, that is equivalent to 67k. Plus the 200,000, i-add at na nimo tanan. So the present value of your capitalized cost, wait a minute. So, kuha i-sum up na nimo that is plus 200,000. The total amount of your capitalized cost that is equivalent to 456,940. $940.26. So in order, so para makuha sa nimo ang imong P is equal to A over I, ang imuhang regular annuity ana niya that is P times 0.12. So times 0.12, so 54,000 imuhang yearly kung mag-amortize ka na ba or i-amortize nimo siya based on regular annual payments, kinanglan kag 54,832 para ma-comply nimo ang imong total capitalized cost. Question. Any clarification?
Excuse me, sir.
Ah,
Kanang part sa perpetuity, sir, ba? Kay katolo.
ah,
Gimultiply ni mo 1.12 power 5, sir, sa. Ang
so,
makuha na P, sir, kaysa sa year 0, sir, sa.
so makuha na nimo nga pay diri at year 0 na. Kay kani magong kanirang una, makuha nimo siya at the 5 year 5 raman. Imo pa man siyang kuhaon gyud at year 0.
Mao nang gi-multiply nimo kanang 1 over
Mao
1.
niya akong multiplier diri kay F is equal to P 1 plus I to the power of N man no. Kani siya kani mao nimong i-consider as a future amount at 5 years. Kuan man nimo ang P0 niya. Mao nang F5 divided by 1 plus I to the power of N. Kakuan ra?
Ay, 5 yun na siya, sir, ang i-multiply.
5 siya kay imong makuha diri nga value ni equivalent man at the end of year 5 iyang value.
Ay, okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So as you can see mao na imong mahitabo if you have a perpetuity or a capitalized cost kay ang gobyerno man gud magtanaw sila sa yearly budget ba. So next, example kani. So what is the capitalized cost of a public works project that will cost 25 million now and will require 2 million annually maintenance? So kung mayon kag now, kung magtan-aw ka ana, this is your 25M o niya na kay 2M every year na every year 1 2 3 4 5. So kung buot hanaon dito na kano, the capitalized cost or the present value is equal to 25 million plus the perpetuating equation. So that is your 2M over 0.12. Sakto? Kay nagsugod man siya sa year 1 ang imuhang maintenance. Sakto? So that is 2 divided by 0.12 plus 25 million, that is 41.67 million. Kana siya ang imuhang capitalized cost. So, kung ganahan ka makakuha sa imuhang annuity and in form of annuity that is PA over I, meaning kay kani magud imuhang project lifetime man iyang service life. So the A is equal to PI. So 41.67 million multiplied by 0.12, that is 5 million yearly. So instead of paying 2 million every year and 25 million one time, pwede ka mag-amortize na lang or annually mo siya as at 5 million per year. Question? Wala question? I will proceed. Saktora? Way pangutana.
Wala, sir.
Try inyong front activity. Find the capitalized cost for the following cash flows occurring over an infinite number of periods. So, where A, B, and C are defined as below, and then it is repeating forever. Assuming that your interest rate is 18% per year, tagai ko sa value sa capitalized cost or DP, find the value of P. If you get the value of P correctly, you will have a plus 5 on your midterm exam. Kanang plus 5, dako na kayo na siya kay your midterm exam is 30% equivalent sa imuhang grade. Okay? And then, I will be ending this call. Kindly take a copy ha. Take a picture. And then, I'll be ending this call. Stop recording ko. You have until